Szép jó hajnalt mindenkinek, Thorin vagyok, ez pedig a Vampyr folytatása. Haladjunk tovább. Nézzük meg, hogy tudunk-e craftolni. Craft Treatment Fatigue. Sőt, több ilyet is tudunk készíteni. Light Blood Serum. Level 2-höz kéne Handle Part. Oh. Ezt viszont egy az egybe tudjuk upgrade-elni. Na, ez jól hangzik. Hát az a lényeg, hogy abszorbáljon. Tiny Common Handle Part és LED Stick, az mondjuk előbb-utóbb lesz. Na, kicsit upgrade-eltük ezt a csúzlit. Ez jó hír. Tudunk itt valamit esetleg szétszedni? Ó, rengeteg mindent. Cigarettatáska. Ó, még lehet, hogy lesz itt még egy gyógyuló cucc, az annyira nem kell, akkor inkább még egy ilyen. Vagy még kettő főleg. No, fatigokat tudok majd gyógyítgatni. Ez jó hír. És vigyük el Dorothynak a cuccot. No, a mai nap egyébként nem kívánok különösebb harcokba részt venni, hanem a különféle helyiekkel beszélgetni. Ma voltam. Mert egy csomó ember száll ebben a kórházban, és mindnek van többé-kevésbé érdekes története. Jó, akkor nem.
It's locked.
És hát egy zárt ajtó az minket megállít. Mert hát milyen vámpír lenne az, aki betörne egy zárt ajtót. Ja, hogy normális. No, dumcsizzunk.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal.
Wow!
Nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Oké, ez zseniális, erre ezt tudom mondani. Egészséges.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Ooh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
Ooh.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howard?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howard?
It's only a cover to hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Ooh.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
Speciál, ebben igazad van.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Ó.
The staff...
I'm not speaking.
I see.
Thank you.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, it's such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Sirályos.
I'll leave you, Mistress...
No, hogy lehet ezt a történetet elkezdeni, mert ez érdekel.
are going to reveal all your secrets to me. This place, even the darkest thoughts in your heart.
Na, ha jól látom, valakit sumákol.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
And faded walls are
It's
all
locked.
I have to offer is a final resting place. This is a poor hospital. I'm sorry you ended up like plain and cold. Medical bench, sir. I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation.
Nos, valahol itt lehet. Nem? Töm. Újabb. Na, megtaláltuk a bejáratot. Gyanús helyszínre. Shilling meg egy óra. Nem akartam harcolni. Erre persze egy harc van a missionbe. Survey mission. Vampire activity hospital. Female vampire. Common handle part. Nos, akkor megvédjük a Vampyr betegünket, mert ez a feladat. Ez egy tisztességes hozzáállás az ügyhöz. A fő quest várhat. Wow! Holy Oké. Kicsit nem gondoltam át a helyzetet. Oké. Oké. Kis egyszerű kiruccanás a szomszédba. Hirtelen majdnem halálos feladvány. Gondoltam, segítek a szomszédba lévő szegény betegen. Erre belefutok egy brutális kihívásba.
It's elite! Kill it! Its head! Put an end to the hunting!
What? Oké. Nem, ez így vicc volt. Ez így vicc volt. Remek. Akkor vissza a legelejére. Igen. Na jó, ezek szerint nem annyira elborult, csak vér nélkül állok. Gond az, hogy nem tudom legyőzni ezt a problémát. Úgyhogy akkor vissza a másik ügyre. Hát ha azt meg tudom oldani. Elvileg a másik. Nem olyan messze volt egyébként az ügy. Nem annyira reménytelen, mint elsőre tűnik. Csak nem reménytelen. Csak kissé túlzás. Csak kissé túlzás.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir.
Oh.
Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague. Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean? You used to be a doctor. Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
Ameneráció. Új titok. $3000 XP-t ér.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
És előkészíteni a nyakadat a könnyű ívásra.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Bad choice.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
Akkor hogy nem ismersz minket?
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Nagyon kívánatos a 3000 XP-s nyaka. De
Since you're
nem
not
vagyunk.
afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No, I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is, we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
Jó pofa figura. No. Mit tudunk
Please show me what you have.
Of course.
kereskedni? Mennyi zsetonunk van? 100. Enigmatik formula. Megvesszük. Valamiért van nála egy gyanús cucc. Na hát, megvettük tőle, amit tudtunk. Hát annál többet ér ezek szétszedve. No. Óra pom-pom-pomp. Elvileg a tulaj az ott van a főbejáratnál. Üvegcsék, fincsi kis üvegcsék. Mit tudunk
Good
tőle?
evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
Az majdnem ugyanaz.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Tell me more about cherished people then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Any opinion about the
Kis
management?
kötelező.
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
Nem olyan egyszerű az.
Do you need any medical assistance yourself, Doctor?
Come on, don't be ridiculous.
What can you tell me about the staff?
Some are really good.
Hát ez akkor
Goodbye,
nem volt
Dr.
egy
Tibbets.
túl nagy kör. De ha minden igaz, akkor azért nem találom az űrgémet, mert egy szinten lejjebb kell, hogy legyen.
Giant mold disguised as a hospital. Looks Pembroke nowadays.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Ezek ilyenek.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop
majdnem
was a
ugyanaz.
conflicted soul, searching for light.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
Ooh.
What is the general situation?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers trade union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Ooh.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Wow.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton.
Na,
We'll talk
némi
again
infót
later.
szereztünk. Bár a legtöbb arról fogalmazott, csak hogy mit és miért nem lehet tenni.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Cadigan fellow.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Ooh.
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet, with all the money, and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
Ooh. Random 40
How is
żeton,
the
to...
situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is alright? It's fucking awful. We lack everything. And it's getting worse every day.
Nem aprózza.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Föl, nyugodtan.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
Ouch.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital. That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Nyugi.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running?
Mindegyik.
There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
Nyugi, engem nem zavar. Nem.
Goodbye, Milton.
Egyébként sincs éppen zsetonom. No, keressük meg ezt a nővért. Adjuk neki oda a cuccot, hadd legyen boldog vele. Aztán úgy vélem, hogy megyünk pihenni és mentünk.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls? When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No,
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Na, fáradt.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
Ooh.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'll let you get some rest, then.
Don't waste your time with
This
me.
hospital seems to be falling apart. But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Még veled dumcsizunk egyet.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
Na, ez jó
May
hír.
I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Ooh.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
Ooh.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Bum.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Doctor.
Calm the children. As for men, idiot.
Swanson.
Dr. Reed, may I help you?
What can you tell me about our...
This hospital.
Can you be more specific?
Well, veterans, the elderly.
What can you tell me about the epidemic, Nurse Crane?
Everyday folk don't know how bad
News on the front stated that the Spanish flu was under control.
it seemed to be for a while. But that was...
Jó, nem, ez... Hát majd egyszer visszatérünk rá.
I'll see you later, Nurse.
Swanson. Ja. Nee, nem akarunk. Pippa Hawkins.
I know that Pembroke will prevail and survive this epidemic.
Na jó, megyünk a szobánkba. Hát ez nagyon hasznos. pihenünk, és folytatjuk legközelebb. Talán még neki is állunk valamelyik küldetésnek. Kis crafting viszont előtte, szétszedjük a cuccainkat. Hát értékesebb dolgokat találunk a szétszedett holmikba, mint a... Majdnem. Fegyverünkre van elég cucc? Nem, még kell még egy common handle. Előfegyver nem tetszik, mint koncepció. No, akkor pihenjünk. Meg esetleg upgrade-eljük magunkat. 700 zsetonunk van. $1300-ba kerülne egy nagyobb gyógyítás. Ó, kicsit gyorsabban iszunk. Amilyen rossz a vérállapotunk, ez hasznos lesz. No, és akkor azt hiszem, majd innen folytatjuk legközelebb. Mortimer Goswick. Ó! A mi kis Dorotinka helyi. Sirius. És ott kéne valamit tennünk, de hát nehéz ügy lesz. Miközben random megtámadnak minket. No. Folytatjuk legközelebb.